Hello, thank you so much for coming to my birthday get ready with me. Wow, look at me actually filming the intro on the same day. Wow, who is she? Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy the video. It's honestly just me sitting around doing makeup, talking about crap. Subscribe. Oh jeez, my ass hurt. I just knocked stuff over. That's bright. Okay, so like I was gonna totally move the stuff out of the background, but then I was like, you know what? It's busted. I'm busted. This is busted. It's just like a theme, you know? I'll film the intro later. This is my breakfast. I know it's an ugly ass color, but it tastes good. And if you want to know what's in my smoothie, there's a what I eat in a day already up on my channel. I forgot to get a mirror. I'm not gonna say what I'm using as I'm using it. I will just put everything that I'm using in the description. So, you know, if you're curious about anything, you can just like look in the description. Assuming I remember to do it, I hopefully will. And if I don't, you can all be mean to me in the comments. Y'all, I'm tired. I was up until like 2 a.m. last night baking. Is it just me or does my voice sound weird? Or at least it did like a few minutes ago. Oh my god, okay, so you guys know that show Nailed It? That's like on Netflix, right? If you haven't seen it, I totally recommend. It's really funny. And I always like low-key joke like, oh, I should be on that. But then I would be like, oh, but I'm like a decent baker. And then I tried to do something yesterday and it was like y'all, I tried my hardest. I tried so hard. I followed the recipe exactly. Okay, so I made like these vegan red velvet cupcakes, and the thing is like, so the cupcake part was fine, but then like the frosting, mine was just a different consistency than theirs, and I don't know why. Like I followed the recipe and all that. Like, I don't know, like theirs was all nice and thick and mine was just all ready, and then I was like, well, I know powdered sugar would thicken it, but I'm all out of vegan cream cheese, and if I add tons of powdered sugar, it's not gonna really taste like the cream cheese anymore. Okay, so here's what the picture on the website looked like, and here is what I made. I tried my hardest. I need to pluck my mustache. Oh my god. Like, I don't know, like, did they chill theirs beforehand? Because, like, the recipe didn't say to do that. And I was just like, why? I don't know. And it was like 1 in the morning. And I was just, like, trying my hardest. And I was just like, why does it look like that? But they taste, like, amazing, though. I just feel like it's a prime example of, like, you don't need like me and animal products to make good food, because a lot of people seem to think like that. I just notice it a lot. Like, people are very wary of vegan food, and I understand. Like, there is bad vegan food out there, but there's also bad all kinds of food out there, you know? But like, you know, a lot of people tend to think, oh, vegan food's bad. It's just some vegan food is bad. Pluck my mustache. So, I've been going to a lot of protests lately. I believe I've been to 6 now, and I started going a little over a week ago. I actually kind of enjoy it. The first time I went was scary because we got confronted by the police. They had snipers, they had tear gas launchers, their batons were big as hell, and they made us all like get on the ground, and I was just like, like I didn't know what was gonna happen. I was just like scared. But they ended up letting us go. I remember one of the organizers like stood up and started talking to them, and he was like, if any of you officers would like to show us love, we would like appreciate it, something like that. And then one of them like put down his baton and made a heart with his hands. It was really cute. And then you could tell like the other officers were like, oh shit, well, he did it, I guess we have to now. The rest of the times after that, there was no police confrontation, even when we went down to like the sheriff's office and we're outside like yelling or whatever. Garcia! Fire Garcia! Fire Garcia! Like, even then, none of them came out. But like, you know, 1000%, they definitely had people like waiting around the corner to like jump at us in case like they felt the need to, like 1000%. And there were like people watching us on the roof. Y'all, and like whenever we're at City Hall, there's always like a million cop cars just hanging out like 3 blocks over. And it's like, sis, we have been nothing but peaceful. Like, y'all don't have actual jobs to do than like stalk us. Like, I feel like I don't have to explain why I'm doing it. Like, it's obvious, right? Honestly, it's just so like infuriating, honestly. Okay, America's supposed to be all about freedom, but it's not freedom when you're automatically criminalized just because of your skin color. Like, it's not freedom when a cop can just come into your house and shoot you for no reason and get away with it, or when you get the cops called on you just going out for a jog, or you're getting attacked just for going out for a jog, or just going to the store to get something. Like, oh, it's just like, oh god. Like, I understand some people are like brought up with racism, but when you get older, I feel like if you're a smart person, you realize like, hey, you know, I was taught some bullshit and, you know, it was wrong. Like, everyone is a person no matter what color you are. Most of the protests I've been going to have been downtown, which is like the biggest ones because they have like the biggest organizers. But I've gone to a few that were not. I went to one pretty close to where I live, and we got so much hate. Oh my god. Like, so much more than in downtown. Like, it was wild. There was this one lady who were basically like standing and marching around in a big intersection, like, you know, with our little signs, you know, and our little chants, you know, typical protest stuff. And there was this one lady, the entire time she was parked at the intersection, or like waiting for the red light, you know, she was just yelling at us, like, she was just saying these like awful things. I'm not even gonna say it. Or maybe it will. I don't know, she was just like, fuck you all, you're all going to hell, and like all N-words need to die. And she called us like N-word lovers, and it was just like, oh, sweetie, good. And like, what is it, my friend that I went with, the background for his sign was like a rainbow flag, you know. Some white guy in a BMW called him a very not nice slur that is used towards queer people, and told him he was going to hell. I love America. Yo, honestly, if you're watching this and like you support Trump, like, bye, sis. So with my concealer, I like to let it sit on my face for a bit, just because like the longer you let it sit, like, one, it'll be like easier to blend, at least for me, and then it also gives you more coverage. So I'm gonna finish my smoothie really quick while I wait for this to dry, wash the cup, and then blend it, and I will come back to you after I've done that. So I basically went ahead and blended my concealer, put some powder on it, and did one eye. I'm just gonna do the other one using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar. It's a good neutral palette, and I wanted to stay neutral today. So first I'm gonna take Salted Caramel, which is this shade right here, and just blend that in my crease. Anywho, I don't remember exactly what I was saying, but I remember I was talking about the whole fit movement that's going on right now, you know, Black Lives Matter. It's honestly just sad how far we are in advancement, you know, and we are still having this issue. Why? I'm gonna take milk chocolate, which is just this one, place that on my outer corner and deeper into my crease. Maybe wing it out a bit. I'm definitely gonna continue to go out protesting. My neighbor has been kind of my protest buddy as of late, but he doesn't permanently live here. He actually lives in San Diego, so he's like a college senior now. So, you know, he has his own place down in San Diego where he goes to college, so he's basically only here to like visit real quick. He's leaving in a few days, so either I'm gonna be going alone or I need a new protest buddy. You know, since I literally just turned 18 like today, like, you know, a lot of my friends either newly 18 or still 17, so like their parents still like control them, you know, and like a lot of my friends like want to go to the protest, but then their parents are like, no, it's too dangerous. I mean, obviously I'm not going to comment on someone else's parenting skills, it's not my place. I think if I had kids, okay, if they were, let's see, honestly, if I had like teenagers, I think I would let them go. Any younger than, if like, I think like starting sophomore year, like 15 years old, I would like say, okay, you can go. But like 14 and younger, I'd be like, no. Just because like, you know, at that point you're pretty, I mean, not super responsible, but like responsible enough for yourself. So now I'm just taking white chocolate, which is just the big white one at the top, and I'm gonna place that all over my lid. Like, the thing is, I know people think it's dangerous, and potentially it can be. I know it can be worse depending where you live. In my town, it's been pretty good. We were one of the first cities in, I don't know if it's in California or in the area, to get our curfew lifted because our protests have been entirely peaceful, and we haven't had like any confrontation with the police since that one time I was talking about earlier. But I know in other cities and other parts of the country it's really bad. So, you know, just depending on where you live, I guess. For me, when I said like, oh, if I had kids I would let them go, I'm like referring to my experiences and how all of mine that I've gone to have been very non-violent. But like, you know, if I live in a city where it's been very violent, lots of police brutality, lots of people getting hurt, I would probably say it's too dangerous, or maybe I would even go with them, because I don't want to silence their voices to like speak up or show their support for something that they care about. You know, it's really important for young people such as myself to really show our standing point, because I guess we're like the future, which is really weird to think about, but it's true. So I wanted to acknowledge this because I felt like when I was filming this, I was kind of acting like there never was any police brutality in my city, but there definitely was. Like about like the first week or so when the protests started, I didn't start going until like about a week in. So basically I know the first like week or so, they're like, you know, police, they were shooting rubber bullets at the crowd, using them incorrectly, because rubber bullets, you're supposed to shoot them at the ground, and so then they ricochet and it's like less of an impact, but they weren't doing that. They were shooting them straight at the crowd. There was tear gas, like people were having to like wash out each other's eyes. It was really bad, really awful. But thankfully in my city, police are no longer allowed to use rubber bullets, which is great. But you know, tear gas is still a thing, which sucks. That's a military grade weapon. Why do police have it? Literally, why? So now I'm going to take the shade Triple Fudge, which is this one right here, and I'm just going to like draw a liner with it, like here. Don't think the protests are going to end anytime soon. I know the lovely man in the White House has not shown his support for the cause, and it's literally like, even if you don't agree, if the entire country is revolting for the same reason, maybe you should take a second and listen. But that's just me. Just a thought, just a suggestion. Like, we are too far into advancement as a species / society, whatever, to be like this, to treat people like this. Like, why can people literally just not get it through their thick ass skull? It's just stupid. What do we think? Definitely think one of my liners is different than the other. I fucked up right there. That line is way too long. Oh jeez. Should I just worry about it later? I don't like this wing. I like this one and I don't like this one. Alright, I think that's better. I don't know. Can't be taking a million years to get ready right now. Do you think I should like smudge out the liner or not? Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know if there's like something wrong with me or not, but like I wouldn't mind all that much if I were to like die at a protest. See, I'm not suicidal. Like, I'm not gonna go and like slit my wrists or anything after this. But like, thinking about it, I'm like, oh, like, if I were to die today, that would be alright. Like, I wouldn't be extremely upset or anything. I told my friend that the other day, and she was literally like, dude, what the hell? Just like, I don't know. I remember someone was like, be safe at the protest or something like that, and I was like, oh, well, if I die, like, you know, it's just more power to the movement, right? If I'm gonna die at a protest, there better be a word about it. 18-year-old Alexia, Asian American, was killed at a Black Lives Matter protest. And hopefully someone's upset. Because I know, like, people getting hurt at the protests is like, this one lady in Oakland got run over, and it was like a hit and run at a protest. Oh my god, she can like barely walk now, and it's just like, y'all, that's wild. So it's so weird to think that I'm like an adult now. Like, it's just weird. I don't know how to do taxes. I don't know how to do anything. I mean, I can cook some stuff. I can bake, but I can't make it look pretty. And I'm excited to be legal. That's cute. But other than that, really, it's just kind of scary. I mean, I would be going off to college in a couple months if it weren't for Miss COVID. Like, I'm in college now, I guess. It's gonna be online until further notice, which sucks ass. Okay, like with the whole like Black Lives Matter movement, I keep forgetting that Corona is like still a thing. Oh, you know what else? I can vote now. That's cool. Can't wait to vote against Trump. The thing is, like, I'm not a political person, but like, you know, I just feel like if you're supporting Trump, then you're supporting everything that he stands for, everything that he represents. And it's just a lot of bad things like racism, rapists, just like, you know, being against immigrants. It's just like, y'all, like, I'm sorry, like, I've never been political, but like, if you support Trump, like, just, like, literally don't talk to me. I just don't get how someone could support him, like, all the bad things he's done as president, just in favor of like making money. I mean, yes, that can be a good thing, but like, I feel like he's doing it the wrong way, like repealing like endangered species acts just so like oil companies can like drill where endangered species were living. Like, that's not cute or okay. Leaving the Paris climate, I forget what the full name, but you know what I'm talking about. It's like, y'all, climate change is a real thing, global warming is real, and we need to do our part to, you know, try to help save the planet. And he's like, nah. You see all these pictures, and it's like comparing like Obama meeting someone versus Trump meeting them, and every single time it's like Obama and the person are like laughing and smiling, and then like Trump and the person are just like, oh my god, there was a picture of Trump with the Queen, and she literally looked like she wanted to die, and I was like, same. Like, y'all, and he really looks like that. Like, why does he look like that? He's like orange except for like around his eyes, and it's like, what is he, some kind of raccoon? Like, I'm like, who looks like that? I took the liberty of photoshopping with my really great Photoshop skills what this might look like. You're welcome. Do you think he's like an alien and he came here to like destroy the human race, starting with America? Oh my god, conspiracy. Shane Dawson could never. I low-key feel like World War III is upon us. Like, honestly, if you hate America, this is the perfect time to attack. Like, for one thing, we've got the virus. For another thing, the whole country is revolting against our own government. And if you hate us, y'all, like, Trump is literally sending the military to like deal with its own citizens. So if another country were to attack us now, we're just like done for. I don't even know what time it is. Oof, I have to be ready in 15 minutes. Okay, so first I'm just gonna go and like pick up the cake and food and such like that. And then afterwards, like, get stuff ready, then actually change. I'll show you my fit once I'm actually ready. I bought a tiara literally just for today, but I might just like wear it around for no reason afterwards. Someone texted me. I don't know how to be an adult. So this is the final look. Lips, KKW cream lipstick, shade Nude 5 with lip liner from Kylie Cosmetics from her lip kits in the shade Kylie. Lashes are Lily Lashes Mykonos. Okay, so this is the final fit. Totally not extra, right? Very low-key, especially for a small family party. It's also very short, like I have to watch out for my ass in this. And oh, and that, and that. This has no support for my little friends here, but it's okay because there isn't much of them, so. No, I really like this. I might keep it. Well, obviously I'm gonna keep it, but I might use it for my Halloween costume. Maybe, perhaps, possibly. Because I was thinking about being like Cinderella, because I already got like blonde hair, and I was like, oh, well, that would be cute, right? So yeah. Oh, I forgot my tiara. Also, I put the flash on so you can see how sparkly it is. Isn't it cute? Oh my god. Because Pioneer asked for our quotes and didn't use them, I'm gonna say mine here because it was so good. All you need is a thick ass and wallet, and I've got both.